Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today is finally the season finale of 90 Day Fiancé. It is season 11, episode 18. All you need is love. Now, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. I do the 90 Day franchises over here. I might skip one that's coming up. I know there's one that's Hunt for Love that's on. I'm just watching as a viewer instead of reviewing it. Need a little break every now and then. But it's going to be a 90 Day. The Other Way is coming back with Gina and Jasmine and a few of the oldie dusties. Sorry, I have to call them dusties, like Darcy. Not a fan. Now, if something serious goes down, jumps off, maybe I'll pick up an episode or two. But overall, 90 Day is 90 Day. It really needs to be revamped. They've been on for quite some time, and they just really need to revamp how they're doing things. And also, if you aren't new or you are, either way, please consider subscribing and hit that like button, whether you're live or on the replay. I'd really appreciate it. So, like I said, it's the finale of 90 Day Fiancé, season 11, episode 18. All you need is love. Next week starts the only 2-part tell-all, which is awesome. And we can see who's still together, who's not, what's really going on behind the scenes. Because, some of this drama that we've seen play out, even though to me it's been dry. I mean, it's been dry for a minute because the storylines didn't really evolve. But I will say, I am curious to know about Stevie and Mahdi, their relationship, like where it really is, and if she's really being truthful with him now and stuff like that, because she's giving me like she hadn't really been the most honest. But the throuple, okay? I hope that Shawn, the host, and I know that Shawn sometimes doesn't like to rock the boat because there's really questions that need to be asked that don't get asked. A lot of times we're like, wait a minute, all this hoopla, nonsense, you fill in the blank, happened, and you didn't ask not one question of what was really going on, okay? And especially with like putting actual fraud on TV to play out, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, but we're going to get into it. Not going to keep you long today because we could just kind of like breeze through a little bit of what's going on. We saw the majority of this early in the season, so this episode was mainly focused on the lead up to the rest of the couples getting married. And I have something to say about two of the weddings, okay? Yeah. So anyways, hello, Miss Tamika, how you doing? Hello, Devante. Would you say they definitely need to revamp and bring all new people? Yes, they do. People we haven't seen before. That's what what's that on? Like the Hunt for Love, even though I think, the oldies but goodies, they could have left that single dating show at whatever they want to call it out to, but just bring us new people, bring back, how it used to be, like seasons like 1 through 4, you know what I'm saying? Like with the original Danielle and Mohammed, like stuff like that was real TV. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like must watch TV, like what was going to happen with them. So, would you say worried about Monty's family? Yes, a lot of things going on. And she better be worried about Brenda and Ani. Okay, Brenda, Ani. Okay, you better get your Espanol together. All right. Okay, so I'm already going to drop the link. So again, thank you for joining live or the replay. Really appreciate that. And just tuning into Millennial Mom and support for what I still say we Millennial will join when she can. Work obligations, different little things like that going on. But I'm holding down the fort until she can. You know what I'm saying? And if she can't, then it just be me. Still be Millennial Mom, just with a twist. More mom than millennial. Okay. So, all right. So let me drop the link. So if you want to join the panel, you can. If not, I don't mind talking. I'm a natural talker anyways. Ask my kids. They'll tell you like, Mom, come on now. You said it already. Wait. Okay. That's just me. All right. Okay. So On this episode, we're not going to see the couples that got married last week. We have the throuple, Matt, Amani, and Brenda Ani, Shawn and Alliya, Sarper and Shekinah with the betting of the year. Okay. I got something to say about that. That's one I definitely have something to say about. Okay. Stevie and Mahdi, Jessica and Juan. I got something to say about that too, especially the reception. Okay. And then Mark and Mina. I definitely, it sounds like I got something to say about everything I do, but I mean, I especially definitely, if I'm calling you out, calling you to the floor, I'm giving you I got something to say about you and yours, what you presented on TV. Don't come over here getting mad in the comments. I'm letting your mom IG because listen, what they produced, what they put on the TV, that was your wedding. That's who we think that you are. It is what it is. And to be honest, I'm cool. What you see on camera, you guess, Devontae, this is what you get. This is me, because Devontae's met me in person. So has Jazz. Tamika hasn't yet, but we'll work on that. This is what you get. This is naturally me. I'm naturally cool. This is me. But you bring your behind over here, okay? When no one called you, okay, so then you get the me off camera. That could be like, weren't nobody talking to you. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready backstage? Okay, yes. You ready backstage? All right, here we go. We'll start with Tamika first. Hey, girl.
You had all the talk. I had all the.
Yeah. Okay. They just didn't see the sign language. All right.
Period.
Not language, but sign language. Period.
As the children say, period.
Period with a T.
Right.
Come on now. Miss me with the comments because you put your life on TV and it's like,
okay.
Sorry.
Like,
I'm like, and? Okay. And?
You fair use, ma'am. Sir. Y'all
look,
don't put yourself on TV.
Before I bring up young King Devontae, and I know he grown, but we grown over here. Okay. You ready, Devontae? All right.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Devontae.
Because see, people's IGs is open. I think they could just be typing. You can type whatever you want to type. I don't care. I'm not on 90 Day Fiancé.
No,
okay.
Not at all.
Anyways, all right. I hope y'all doing well. You had a good weekend. Happy Father's Day and the grandfathers, uncles, and if you lost somebody over the week, not over the weekend, but just in general, happy Father's Day.
And all dog dads.
Right.
Devontae. I said, and dog dads.
Dog dads.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
To Glitter and R.I.P. Lasagna and everybody else you didn't have through there.
R.I.P. Lasagna.
So, all right. So we're actually going to start with the throuple. I know I sent y'all stuff about, I don't know if you saw your IGs. Some of y'all answered a little faster than others, but we won't say who.
Listen.
I didn't say who. You called your stuff out. Anyways, hopefully you saw the Amani, the background of Matt and Amani. They've been on, I didn't know this, they've been on different Netflix shows, like How to Make Money. I didn't even know who that was. I'm like, who is that? Did y'all see the IG or no?
Yes.
Yeah, she looked way different without this hairpiece she got.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Yeah,
and,
okay.
Right. And she had the nerve to say she's only 30.
Okay. That lies.
Okay, girl.
You're at least 36.
30. I feel like she looked 30.
She about 36.
She about 30. What? Anyway, so, it's a lot of drama going on with them. First of all, the audacity with the capital T of her crying snot booger tears, talk about, no, you crazy. This is all coming from the fact that Brenda Ani chose her husband to marry. You can't even convince me it's otherwise. You can't. And I was very surprised that Brenda Ani didn't respond the way Amani wanted her to respond, because she wanted fight thing. And even her husband's like, can we chill? Can we like not do that right now? You know, so
Right.
but she couldn't get past that. And then she was like, you should have more self-respect. You strip. I would never strip when I was low on cash. No, but you on TV talking about divorcing your husband. Fraud.
Yeah, call it what it is, fraud.
How you gonna tell her that you would never strip and all that, but you dating her, knowing what she doing? You ain't making no sense.
Exactly. And paying her.
Piero Cardenas Pimentel. Hello.
Hello.
We keep it PG.
I ain't gonna lie. I shared your thing in all the 90-day groups I could in 10 seconds.
I appreciate it. Hello, Piero, a la Devante. We appreciate y'all over here. But anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got your nerve to tell her like what you would never do, and where's your self-respect? Where's your self-respect?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could have just had a girlfriend. Why do you think it's a good idea to divorce each other? And you got little kids. I sent y'all that on IG. Their kids are 2 girls. They got to be under the age of 7, both of them. And for just to have a hello from Peru, just to have a fantasy. You can have a fantasy without getting divorced. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I don't understand why they are. I mean, I understand because they want to bring her here. They want to bring her to the United States. But yeah, if they do that, I just think that is going to be that she's Amani's going to get pushed out.
But
eventually,
but even if they want to bring her to the States,
it's still going to take 2 years.
Right. I'm like, regardless if it's like a status check, whatever status it is, it's still going to take a little bit of time, and it may not even go through. So, you know, from San Diego to Guadalajara isn't that far. It's not that far. You know what I'm saying? So how come they can't visit whenever they want a rendezvous? And like I said, since she wants a girlfriend that bad and they want to be a throuple and that's their lifestyle, you can't find a local throuple person.
I'm sure they got Mexicans or whatever in San Diego. I'm sure of it.
Of course, plenty of them.
Yeah, but y'all want to bring her over here. Yeah.
California is good. Yeah, it's right there.
The melting pot. Yeah, so but y'all want to bring her over.
But they want something exotic. You know, if she overseas, it's exotic because she ain't been ran through out here. But she been ran through over there. So I don't understand. I just don't understand. I feel like they thought that she was stupid. At least not. I don't think the dude did. I think the girl underestimated her. But the girl, she been in the streets, so she know the game. She know when somebody gonna be. She know she was like, oh, she took that money from the rent. Oh yeah, she gonna be trying to control everything. Soon as I don't want to do nothing, she gonna be. This is my house. You can leave. Yeah, we ain't married no more, but my name on the deed. You can leave.
And not just that, our kids live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has all this bricks stacked for her, even if they do divorce, because they're going to live under the same household. You know what I'm saying? This is, like you said, Devante, this is my house, or this is our house. And I have to say it, in one instance, I have to agree with Brenda Ani that, you know, when she was leaving to go to catch her plane, the little hop to the Guadalajara, is, you know, you need to see a psychologist. I'm like, she do.
I was just about to say that. I was just like, the fact that a stripper told you need a therapist.
But
funny.
But at the same time, like, something clearly happened in her life. Amani, I think she said she pronounced it Imani. She's Egyptian. I'll give her this. She said she speaks 4 languages and English is her 3rd language. So, okay, because she's from, you know.
She said South Africa. South Africa.
Yeah. North Africa, I think. But
North
still,
Africa,
you know what I'm saying? Like, something clearly happened in her life where, you know, when she was younger, because she had said something, how her remember like her family didn't accept her lifestyle and just different little things. So she's got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
baggage too. I'm not just talking about Polly, just she's got baggage. You know what I'm saying? And just to
Yeah.
be like, because she wouldn't even hug me, and why won't you look at me? Like, girl, please. Like,
Like, am I that hard to love?
Yes, you are, because you just
Like, what?
told this girl that she degrading herself as a stripper.
right.
All right, you
But
Yeah.
just tell her you're the scum of the earth. You basically tell her you should
Yeah.
be lucky we even trying to mess with you. And then said, "Look at me, I love you." What? You gonna say all kind of crazy stuff and then
Mm-hmm.
try to love bomb me? Nah, lady,
right,
you crazy. You
right.
crazy. How you gonna say all
Crazy.
this crazy stuff then try to lay with me at nighttime and then go off on me in the morning?
Right.
And the kicker for me, not just, you need a therapist, but the kicker for me is, I don't know if y'all picked up on it, you may have, is that I do feel like, the money issue was there because weeks ago they showed they had stacks of cash. So if
Hmm.
you couldn't all of a sudden transfer any money to Mexico, because maybe you did it too many times, maybe they think something's going on at the bank, because the
Mm-hmm.
bank could think that, why didn't you just give her cash?
Right.
All right, they lied, trying to play on her like she was stupid. Oh, you don't know how the American banks. Oh, yes, I do.
Right. If
You
you
ain't the
just
first
let
one
it
to come
play
over here and try
out. Right.
this. You say, you ain't my first girlfriend. You ain't my first throuple. You like my 12th throuple. You
Right.
just don't know.
She just gave her cash. I believe that. And that's the first time I was like, that makes sense, Brenda Ani. The first time she said
Mm-hmm.
something that makes sense. All right, that's enough of them. That's enough
Yeah,
of
I'm
them.
over this.
Let's move to Shawn and Alliya. So the first line I typed was, so Sugar Daddy Shawn is upset with Aliyah because she didn't call. She took too much time with the bestie getting dressed while his mama may have had a broken hip. But it turns out she didn't. She broke both cartilages in her, pulled her
In her
cartilage in
foot.
her foot. And I'm like, so her foot's
Yeah.
broke. Say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was like, I didn't think about it. I was, hurt on the inside. He said, well, I got a cell phone. Here's my thing. Like I said last week or whenever it was, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I definitely would have said it if it was my wedding. If I felt my mom or anybody in that position hurt their hip or whatever, need to go to the hospital, then stuff
They're
would have
going
just
to the
had to be
hospital.
postponed. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Bottom line, it just would have
I
been
agree.
postponed, and so we could have, I mean, I don't think their 90 days was up at midnight like the next couple, but you know what I'm saying? Like we just would have had to chop it up for this venue and just be like, mom got hurt and I can't do this right
Mm-hmm.
now. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just,
So,
Exactly.
I just want to know, why would you be 2 hours late to your wedding? First of all, who sat there for 2 hours? Because I would have been gone. I'd be like, Sean, cuz. I'd have been like, cuz, sorry.
right.
Because I
I gotta go.
mean, after
Mm-hmm.
40 minutes, I'm gonna probably give you a hot 30
In a
minutes on
100-degree
Rose.
heat.
Oh yeah, she not coming. I'm like, dang, Sean, it's sad. Not you got left by the person that can't even stay over here.
But you're missing the best point, though. The one of the best point. It's not like I would have waited an hour, but it's not like she was stuck in traffic. She just had the
Right.
little bread and breakfast at the end of the at the fence. You know what I'm saying? She just over there. So what was taking so
Yeah.
long?
And I don't know why she just couldn't put on that wig, because it didn't look good. The dress, it
Mm,
didn't look. We know what took long.
yeah, we do. We definitely do.
You know that I don't think it even had nothing to do with that.
But
Yeah, I
She been
did,
doing that too
Devontae, because
long.
no,
She
no,
been doing
no,
that.
yes,
She been doing that her whole life.
no,
mm-mm.
but
No,
this
that dress. No,
that
she
dress
needed to.
was
Yeah,
see through.
she needed to get it all the way up in there.
Front and back was too
Yeah,
see through. So she
yeah.
had something extra and shaving too. I'm sure she wanted to shave and, get everything
But
taken care of.
I I felt like I was being scolded by my dad when he was
That's why I said
talking.
Sugar Daddy Sean.
I was
Yeah.
like, dang. I felt some type of way, like, dang.
I mean,
That's why
two
you talking
hours. But two
Mhm.
hours later, I'd be mad too because it's 2 hours later. It's people sitting here for 2 hours. How am I gonna explain this to them for 2 hours? Ain't no way you should be late. No 2 hours, 30 minutes. I don't feel like you coming down the aisle. one of your bridesmaids, whoever, somebody better text somebody around me, be like, Shawn, hey, she coming. It's just the hair.
Mm-hmm.
So
She didn't have
it could
any
have been
bridesmaids. She didn't have. Well, the bridesmaid was up at the bed and breakfast, which was literally, like I
with
said,
her.
at the end of the fence. So
Yeah.
so to me, it goes both ways. No, she shouldn't have had them wait, but she's been late every episode for every venue. So
Every episode, yeah. Because she wants to take 2 hours to get ready.
Right, but he should have went down there at like the 45-minute mark or sent somebody knock on the door and be like, hey, what's happening here? You know what I'm
your
saying?
man
Right.
about to leave, and you gonna be coming out to an empty park.
Right, because like I
Yeah.
said, he didn't have to drive nowhere. She was literally around the corner. Literally, he walked there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, he was just like you said to Mickey. He scolded her. It's like, I just don't even want to be bothered with this no more. Can drink his coffee. He can eat his little breakfast.
Right.
And she was like, I just
But
feel
this
bad.
is where you draw the line, Shawn. Not her whole transition into a woman, and you want a man. You draw the line with her being late 2 hours because your mama failed.
Yeah, you don't have to sign the papers. You can go ahead and just let her go back.
Right.
At this point.
And he a fool. I don't
But
know.
yeah,
It's just
he
something
was in
about
that
him.
big hot
I can't.
jacket.
Yeah, I just don't feel sorry for him because I'm like, dude, you know better.
Yep.
Right.
So you doing all this for a 20-something-year-old, sir? Ain't he a grandfather?
Yes,
That's right. What is you
he
doing?
is.
Like, what is you?
Yeah.
Come on, Shawn. You could get you. Why you just didn't drop her out? Why you just didn't be like, look, Leah, this ain't gonna work. Let me find another Douglas over here that
Yeah.
actually want to stay Douglas.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna hear a little bit about that on the tell-all. Do y'all catch a clip? Don't say anything. Just yes or no if you saw the clip.
I saw it.
I have
I
the
saw
clip.
a clip.
I got the clip. All right, so that's
Yeah.
enough of them. That's enough of them because he just gonna have to be mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he gonna be mad their whole relationship because
Yeah.
she's 30 years younger. She's still trying to do what she gonna do, and
She figuring herself out.
is what it is, Shawn. I have zero sympathy for
Zero.
that. I don't. So because we saw this before, that's what I'm saying. So
All right, she
Mhm.
acting her age.
right,
Literally
she
acting
acted her
her age.
age.
Like
Exactly.
a 20-year-old would be 2 hours late because they want to make an entrance and don't care that everybody else sitting there sweating.
Well, they say
Yeah.
what long hair don't care. There we
Yep.
go. That was what it was. All right.
Yeah.
So let's move to Sarper and Shekinah. I was gonna bring my shades up here for this, but I want to say this first. I have this written last, but I'm gonna say it first. Was it me? Or did it look like with that violin going and then Shekinah's lingerie, supposed to be wedding dress lingerie, and his old school Chippendale stuff on as his outfit? Didn't it look like they was about to film an adult movie? Because I'm like, are we
Yes.
behind the scenes of
Yes.
an adult?
Yes.
Because
Nah.
it gave that for real, like a cheap motel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now the flowers was nice, but
Beautiful.
it gave like we was about to see something else going on, and I was like, this is not it.
Nah.
This
No.
is not. This is something that the throuple would do. I would expect that from the throuple. You know what I'm saying? Because they always in the bed, because that's where we see their scene. But I was like, this is not it. But Sarper is having nightmares and apprehension because, he said he's been married before and, he don't want her to change. And, he's like, he kind of have that, like the devil and the angel on the shoulder, right? Like, don't do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, wow, if you have that many reservations.
Yes. Then you don't need to do this.
You don't need to do this because you will always have those reservations. Reservations don't go away just because you get married.
He gonna stay faithful until he can work, and then it's gonna be a wrap.
And then it's
Well,
over.
he's already working. He's a comedian, right?
Or what?
A comedian.
Yeah, he
Stop
definitely got fired for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was just like,
That's just funny.
You went up there telling, you was monologuing, like you in the
Yeah.
wrong place.
When he said he looked like Patrick Swayze from Chippendales, it reminded me of that Saturday Night Live skit. Remember with him and Oh
Hans,
yeah,
you up?
Charlie.
Hi, I'm Hans. I'm Franz. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what. If you
Yes,
don't know Devontae,
yes.
look it up. It was funny. It was funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I must see if I can find. I'm sending it to you. It's hilarious.
Hans and
Yeah,
Franz, right?
but one
I was
just to kind of yeah, she looked pretty. I thought that was a pretty outfit,
She
but
looked
not
good.
for
I mean,
this.
she looked good. She got the body, but I'm just saying, the lingerie parading as a wedding dress, and he got on his Chippendales, his
In
alleged
front,
whatever
in
Chippendale
front
stripper
of the
outfit,
pastor. In front of the pastor.
and I was just like, sir, that's what made me think: is this an adult movie? They filming for real? Like, what is happening here? Like, this don't seem like it's a betting. It's like it's, like a I don't want to say it, like a Debbie does blank. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
That's what it did to me. And I was like, wow. But I mean, as long as they happy, I guess. I know they're still together, and I've seen them on Instagram. They even have pictures with Shawn and Alliya together.
Wow.
And yeah, they
So
just
they
out
both in
there.
California, right?
Yeah, they
Mm-mm. Yeah.
they are. They are. All right. That's enough of them too. Let's move to Stevie and Mahdi. Listen, I have two paragraphs of notes here, but I'm just gonna jump down to the bottom because says it all every time. When your daddy still talking about he don't want no more surprises, he didn't know she was gonna get married or she was part of the this is Pride Month, so I'm not being negative. This is what came out of her dad's mouth. A
Right.
lesbian. Right. Okay. If your
Mm-hmm.
family is still talking about this about you, that's one of the first things they say, and yet he still has thoughts of you possibly being bisexual. Where there's smoke, there's fire. It's no way
Mm-hmm.
that your mother or your father, someone close to you, would just say that about you just to be saying it about you to be negative. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Thank you. I see you sent it. Got you.
you can look at it while I'm talking if you want to. Hans and Franz, it's funny. Um, it's just the fact of I don't know. I believe Dad. I think they had a decent ceremony. I thought it was a nice touch that she put in part of his culture in
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there. That was a nice touch. That's something I definitely wasn't expecting from
Not at
uh
all.
Stevie because when we go to the next couple, okay.
But I just don't like that she's like a gaslight. I don't like people like that just try to
Mm-hmm.
play you like you crazy. Be like, why is
Yeah,
it such a big deal? Ma'am, I am from a Muslim country. You
Exactly.
know, and we are strict. This is not USA Muslim where every now and then they gonna eat a pork chop sandwich and we just gonna ask. It's real over here. We don't play about
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. And I need you to tell me before I put myself in a predicament. To maybe if I do travel home one time, I could get killed because being married to you, just you playing around, or something could happen
Yeah.
to my family. This is serious, and you keep on just trying to blow this off like this is. Did you get your nails done? Like
yeah,
this is real. Like just be honest. Yeah,
I don't
I
think he
mean, if
can
he want
ever
to
go
leave,
back there.
no,
yeah, but I don't think he was gonna leave. It would have just been an adjustment. He would have just had to cope with it his own way. Just keep it honest. And you keep on not answering is answering it. I don't feel like I need to disclose it. So you are. I'm not saying I am. So just say no.
Mm-hmm.
But if I say no, nobody's gonna believe me. It's because it's how you saying no. And then you just be like,
right.
you know what? You trying to drive me crazy. So you could be like, see, you just blow up. No, I ain't blowing up. You keep trying to you making me crazy because I'm like, this is simple. Yes
Very
or
simple.
no?
Right.
Well, I agree with
Just
you,
one or the
Tamika.
other.
I don't think he can ever go back either.
I don't
Based
think
off
he
of
can.
this show alone says why he can't
Yeah.
go
No.
back. He was already in bed
Mm-mm.
with her, not married.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
And
know,
He
that's
ain't been
why
to
that's what I don't
a
like about him.
all that.
See,
he been
and
into an
here's a
adult store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Mm-mm.
that's what I'm saying. He full of it because I'm like, how you so pressed on this? Because even in whatever they read, don't they read the Quran?
I believe so. But he's
Wouldn't it
also,
say?
remember, he's only 20, 23, 24?
He's 20, 25. There's
Okay.
a 10, 11-year age gap between them too, because she's pushing 40 and he's
Yeah.
young.
But he know he not supposed to be kissing on her, laying in the bed. I know they
Yeah, he
not
knows
having,
that.
and
Oh
I
yeah.
bet you they having sex. So you can forgive all that, but her being bisexual is you could break all the rules, but her being bisexual, that's it. I
Yeah,
just can't. I
that's true.
we could do adultery, we could do all kind of stuff, but
Hmm.
you draw the line of her being bisexual. That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. You already done messed up in the eyes of Allah. You ain't making no
Hmm.
sense.
Right. He's
I
26 and she's 37.
Exactly,
okay.
and he know better.
But this is when it
26.
was filmed. So
Right.
they're
So
probably
about
a
2 years
year
older
older
than
now.
yeah. So I agree with that. Like he made a hard decision to leave his family, and he left his family. And then once he got over here, and like I said, as soon as they slept in the same bed and he was exposed to things he was exposed to, you know,
And them paintings.
it's just it's a lot to.
They be lying too about them. Like, we made a hard decision. You ain't make no hard decision.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Why you
can't
didn't
say that.
ask her
That
to
would be
leave?
hard to leave your family and you don't know anybody in another country. I think
Okay.
that's hard. Once you start, you get around there, you be like, dang.
Well, why you didn't ask her to leave? You had more to lose by. She in Mississippi, a bull crap town in Mississippi. Her daddy is a mechanic. That's it.
She wasn't
Do
leaving.
you think that she would? No, she got too
No,
much
she
mouth to
wasn't
be.
leaving.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move past them because I thought they were boring, but I do want to see the reunion, what he's got to say these days. All right, let's move
Mhm.
to hold on. I'm gonna start them off right. Here we go.
Cricket.
Jessica and Juan. First of all, I got something to say. Listen, they're a little too scattered for my taste. The morning of the wedding, she already in the shower. He sleep. The baby in the bed is. He said it's 9:30. You got the bridesmaids in the room. Then he jump up to get a shower. Why her bridesmaids, including Megan, in the room when he come out the bed with his boxers on? Jessica don't have no boundaries.
Mm-mm.
She think this is cute. You know what I'm saying? Then they burst into
Mhm.
she should have been gone to the venue if you ask me. I'm just saying.
and
Now,
where's the tradition where you ain't supposed to see the bride? Y'all ain't supposed to be sleeping together the night before?
I don't listen, where they live, they don't got it like that, in my opinion. But they do leave separately to the venue. The boys, when it was like 1, 2, 3 family, they didn't seem like they want to say family, especially the oldest one. If you saw him in confessional, the little one was like with it, like I'm happy I have a special stepdad. Because they know their real dad probably like he not your daddy. You know how
He
some men
ain't
are,
special. He
right?
was on a cruise ship. Y'all acting like he was out here doing something like he a scientist. He was a
Right,
bartender on a
Mm-mm.
cruise ship. Your
right.
mom, your mom really easy.
It's the fact of she said they were together 4 years, engaged for 2.5, and she's finally getting married now. I'm like, Juan, you could have. The baby is just in filming less than a year. You could have been on another cruise and kept it pushing.
I wish
Exactly.
I could just tell Juan. I'm like, you know what you did? Like, what did I do, Devontae? You were trapped. She trapped you. You got
Trapped you.
trapped. She
I
ain't
hate
gonna
to
never.
say that.
She
I don't
ain't
like to
gonna
use
never. She ain't gonna never admit it. She ain't gonna never admit it. She would have never found nobody like you in her town because they don't exist. So she found
Right.
one on the cruise ship, and and she know that you had a baby. You probably was gonna stick around just because of the kid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And now she got her somebody to help her because she was all alone doing this herself, and wasn't nobody
Mm-hmm.
gonna sign up to be with her when she
And
got
them
no
bad
door.
kids.
Right?
You
She
got the
ain't
little
got no
boy from Problem
doors.
Child and Dennis the Menace.
Right, she ain't got no doors. Husband lived three. Ex-husband lived 3 doors down. Like, no.
Ooh,
Yeah,
not
and
Mm-mm.
everybody
problem.
in her town know her, so they like, oh
Right.
Right.
no, we ain't messing with her with them two kids. No, no.
You said
Yeah, she gonna
problem.
have to go on the cruise ship.
All right, they probably already know. Them small towns. Everybody they already talk like,
Well,
Mm-mm,
mm.
no,
they know
she
everybody
ain't it.
because they
I'm like,
said
she.
I'm sorry, they said there's more cows than people. And if you have to go to the next city or state over just to go to a restaurant. Oh, everybody know you. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Everybody know you. But anyways, remember it was supposed to be like snowing or possibly blizzarding. It did snow because there was snow on the ground, but it wasn't snowing while they were there. So it was still cold out there. But not Jessica, excuse me. Is her name Jessica? Yeah, Jessica came out in her dress, and it was.
Because somebody
nice.
behind her had on a what is it? A blanket.
I think that was his uncle.
Oh.
His uncle. Yeah, because he said there he looked like he was freezing. Because that's would have been me. Because I'm always cold. I would have need a blanket too. I didn't see no Colombian nothing. Where were the decorations? But let me jump back to Juan, though. I enjoyed Juan. He looked nice in his suit. He did. I liked that he had both of his aunties walk him down the aisle. He said he couldn't pick one. He wanted them both because, his mother passed away and those were his mother's older sisters. So I thought that was nice. I also thought it was a nice gesture of Jessica putting a few little Spanish words in her vows.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a nice little gesture. And then I thought it was nice that Juan spoke in English and Spanish so that other people in his family could know what he was saying. But again, where was all that paper mache? Where was all that? They took time.
I forgot it.
To have no. I saw one little. It was very brief. A little paper mache at the bar, and they. And I'm like, they did all that work, but
all that for nothing.
Look, all that. What was that? Tablecloths before Party City, and not Colombian decoration. I said the nerve. The nerve. But Jessica says she got what she wanted, and that's all that mattered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I bet you she still don't know Espanol. I bet you she don't.
She don't. All she knows is what she said in them vows.
Look, and the basics don't count. You've been with Juan too long to know good morning, good night, food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The normal everyday stuff, you need to be advanced by now. That's just me. So, anyways, you have any comments about Jessica and Juan and the no tradition at the snow wedding?
Yeah, that wedding looked at the party even looked dry. I was like, this is not.
That wasn't happening.
Like, I'm like, Juan, I know you're gonna be hating your life. This is about to be a miserable life.
We're gonna find out. He looked miserable anyways.
Yeah.
He don't even look happy.
Oh yeah, he does.
Because he's stuck. He know it. He's stuck. So she said he was pregnant. She probably was like,
yeah. He was like,
I'm gonna have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did. I appreciate he did the right things. A lot of men wouldn't, but she, like I said, I don't like using the word, but she definitely trapped him. Like she trapped him, like I said, to me. So
easy,
all right.
Easy.
Finally, y'all ready? How long you want me to keep it up? How long y'all want me to keep it up there? Huh? How long y'all want me to keep it up? No, ma'am. No ham. No jam or peanut butter and jam. None of that. I'm having to mute my own mic. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Mark and Mina. Their wedding day was beautiful. It turned out well by Mark's family and friends. Mark's daughter in confessional, though, said, listen, come on, y'all, get close. Come on, y'all. Come on, get close to the mic. Get close to the camera. Devontae, come on, get close. I'm happy for my daddy. And I'm glad she signed that prenup. But he better not have no more kids. Okay.
Right.
I said, girl, say what you mean, say what you feel. She said, we got one. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She probably already divided the money. Dang.
I think it's more than just the money. It's more than just the money. It's more
He's trying to get her and her kid over there.
More than just the money. But anyways, so let's jump to
so we know put that picture of the boy and the mama on that chair. Like that looked like somebody died because he
And
was
then
on
they had him
video.
on, yeah, and they had him on video, so I didn't understand why they had him on a chair too.
I don't know, maybe to make Mina feel better. But let's jump to her getting her hair and makeup done. Now, hold on, y'all.
Was it done?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. We're just gonna look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that her makeup, and I'm not throwing shade. It's gonna sound like shade, but I'm not throwing shade. But it's gonna sound like shade. But I'm not throwing shade. But it's gonna sound like shade. But her makeup looked like the same makeup that Joan had on last week. But I'm not throwing shade though. That's what it looked like.
She just, I don't know. She got to get some makeup for her sweating because it just make it look like it's like really thick and piled on. And she's a pretty girl, so she needs a light beat, and that's it. Because all that extra thick makeup that they got a cake on, and she's sweating because she sweats profusely. So, and she needs one of them around the neck fans so that she can, stay cool. But it's like
around the neck fan with your wedding dress.
Hey, make it work. You know they got the ones on TikTok that blow up your back.
Yeah, but from the neck down, she looked beautiful.
Hold on.
Her dress was nice.
Hold on. I wear these to read. I don't wear these all the time. Hold on. Let me take myself off camera.
From the neck down, she looked good. But from the neck up, I was like,
Why you
mute your mic and your video.
Who did her hair?
Man.
I don't have a rubber band. Who did her hair?
She needed whoever did Joan's hair. They needed to come do her hair because I'm just like, this ain't it, sis. I mean, I know you're not from here, and I get it. You're a little French, but no.
Yeah, she got the what they say.
Mm.
What they say? Stiff wig, soft life.
What? Who said that?
I'm gonna leave it
you
like
ain't never
this.
heard that saying?
No.
Yeah, that's a real saying with the young people. Stiff wig, soft life.
Okay.
Well, all I know is, child. Okay. And listen. It really, I really had to debate myself. It was a coin flip today for me because I just don't like talking about kids, and the baby can't help it. But
I was like, they didn't do her hair.
Why they didn't brush her hair and put it in a little bun with either some ribbons or a headband? Why should, hey Maria? I said, get her a brush right now.
Beauty supply and get one of them brown goody combs. I mean brushes. You know that brown hard. It's a goody, and it's the good brush that get all the good edges. And they needed that.
Hold on. I'm gonna take myself off camera. Hold on a second. Hold on. Right back. Hold on.
They needed that with some good blue magic.
Ooh, you said the blue magic?
Baby, that's either blue or green.
Hold on, y'all. Let me put y'all back. You talk about this brush right here?
You know the brown goody brush. We all had that brown goody brush, don't? Exactly. And they needed to get that good. They needed either to get some what's that gel, Let's Jam gel, and get it up, and then get some white ribbons. You can get them from the beauty supply. You know what? They probably don't even have no beauty supply there in wherever they was at. But she could have got that off Amazon and got some ribbons and put some ribbons in that little girl hair.
That's what I'm saying.
She a cute little girl, and something like you said, a headband, something. You can't have no earrings on. She just ran down the aisle, Daddy.
I said, "Oh my God!"
Right. I
can't
was
do.
Help
like,
the,
they ain't had that
help the
organized.
baby.
What if she would have dropped the ring? She was with the box all open. I'm like,
Right.
oh Lord.
And then to make it worse, why wasn't her reception dress altered? I said, what do you have on?
I can see
Yeah.
you see boo. You
It was
couldn't have
like
no feelings.
it wasn't her
It was
size.
Yeah.
no. And it
Yeah.
was see through. She talked to old girl or
Oh, it's so
old
beautiful.
boy or whatever. You know
Oh, you
who.
think she got some pointers from his ex? Was like, what did he like?
No, she got some pointers from with that dress, the see-through dress. She got some pointers from
Oh, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Oh. It was like, girl, what we gonna do? See through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she
They
was
want to see your bottom.
she needed a supportive, sewn in bra or something, and then she
Yeah,
had the nerve to let out her ponytail. I said, I said, what are we doing here? You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I'm just like, we was really hoping. Remember, we was like, oh, she get married. Hopefully she get like a better wig or something like that. And then her sister's in town. She didn't say nothing with the wig sitting all on her forehead like that
yeah.
and stuck to her head like that.
Right,
I
you ain't travel. You ain't bring no one of her best wigs from the crib. Was like, oh,
said,
No.
I'm gonna get her from Paris. She do good wigs. I'm gonna grab one before I come out there, sis. Oh,
Mm-mm.
thank God, because I've been sweating in this Amazon lace. Like,
she should have got one when she picked up her dress and she was at the big city. That's what
Yeah,
she should have did.
yeah. That's what she should have did.
Or something. Because I was like,
but I
man.
feel like they gonna get better. I feel like the black people gonna get in the comments, be like, hey, I know we Googled some places for you. There go a couple places. I don't know where you live, but let me know. At least give me the area code where you live so I can see was close. Because we
Zip
got to
code.
help each other.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
and
zip
know.
code.
the melanin family member could have helped her.
Hey, she just got in a good standing with the family. She ain't taking no risks.
I
She was
her
like,
hair
she probably was
They
like,
just
used to
started
be
like
me.
her.
It used to be me. It used to be me. The daughter was mad at. Now, whoo, pressure off me. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah,
tell
the
but
pressure
still,
Daddy.
was off, but the hair, her
she could
hair.
have. She could have just did. Come here. Come closer. Come a
Right.
little bit. Let me tell you where to get something for your hair. This is what you do. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ain't. Okay, all right. Back up. No, back up off me. I
Matter
don't
of
even know
fact,
you.
who did you hire to do your hair? I got somebody for you. Fire
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
Even
Fire her.
yeah. Let me
online.
tell you.
Online. Buy it online. Girl.
You remember how our grandparents used to give us money
Mhm.
back in the day and just like, like they shaking our hand and give us a little couple dollars. That's what she
Right.
should have gave her a whole little notepad full of stuff. This is where you
Right.
do this. This is where you do that. Go here, go there. Tell them I sent you without telling them I sent you.
But here's the thing. I could see if let me go to the little girl real quick. I could see if her hair was maybe, no, not even now. But I say even her hair was straight. But her hair has like the little, the Africanness, I just don't understand why. Well, she don't do her own hair, so maybe that's the
Yeah,
reason.
she may not know how, and that's okay. But that's
Yeah.
when you got to get on the internet and find how to do little girl hair.
And then her hair is dry too. I said, come on TV.
Yeah.
No. Nobody
Yeah.
in production is of color.
Clearly, because even production could have helped her out. Like, yo, let me tell you this, Mina.
Right.
This ain't it.
Right. But the positive of the wedding venue was very nice. Her
It was.
wedding dress was beautiful.
I
The reception
thought it was beautiful.
the ceremony was beautiful. Now, I'm gonna play a clip of the first look of the reunion. She could put on a better wig here too. I'm not, you know what? If you watch this, I'm not trying to talk, but we really want to help you for real.
Yeah,
Like
we just want to help you, sis. Just let us know. I'll come to you. I'll fly to you. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go with the first look of the part 2 reunion. Of course, I have to do a couple of edits here and there because it's not my videos, courtesy of TLC. So here we go.
Let me give you some advices about Tello. Give first a compliment, then an insult.
Yeah.
You are so cute, but you are sweating too much.
Can you notice these, or is it bad?
Yeah.
We will be joined by a few familiar faces. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Veronica.
Hey, everyone.
And please welcome Big Ed.
Greg, quit screwing around. Are you still living with mommy?
Oh my God.
Stevie, are you bisexual?
Deserves an honest answer.
Would it change anything now if he found out?
It's a yes or no question, and you haven't told him yes or no.
Shawn, you went on a honeymoon without Aaliyah.
The person that I originally fell in love with isn't next to me.
What?
I can't put up with this.
You're the sourest person here.
She is.
Sour apple candy.
I don't even need to be here. If you didn't open your mouth, I would have said some to you. You need to stick up for me more.
Wow, I'm the guilty one.
You are actually. Leave me the alone.
Danielle, I want to ask you about Shekinah. Do either of you feel that you owe the other an apology?
Hell the no.
Absolutely not. You don't know anything about me.
How are you a victim?
Because you were attacking her while you were lying.
Girl, get your husband. I don't know how I got so many people so riled up.
No, you said something.
Put your finger in my face again. Put your finger down. I'm leaving if you don't get that bitch out.
I mean, where do I start? First of all, let me say, when they said welcome Danielle, I was like, who is Danielle?
Little teeny bop, little short girl.
It took me like 3 times watching that to be like, oh, Danielle.
Danielle and yeah, what's his name? Start with a Y, Johan. Yeah.
She got some surgery or something because I didn't know who that was at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
one of the things that stood out to me was Shawn went on a honeymoon with someone he's in love with. Why did you marry her? For what?
That's what they said?
Yes.
No, he went on a honeymoon by himself she said without her.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. In love.
Wait a minute, did he say that?
Excuse me, I misspoke. Without her, but he said the person he loves the most isn't sitting next to him. So that's
Sure ain't. You ain't lying because you in love with Douglas, but you ain't in love with Aaliyah. And I don't know. It's probably just through for them. I don't think because they physical got to be suffering based on what he's attracted to.
Right.
And she keeps on moving closer and closer to a woman. So I know when it comes to the bedroom, she probably acts like a woman, and that's not what he wants. He don't want to see no woman in no long hair lingerie.
Right.
And why are they bringing back Big Ed to ask anybody any question about anything?
I'd have been ripping him a new one, sir. Grow a neck and get away from me.
Exactly.
Sir, get away
can
from
barely
me.
sit on this couch.
Like, where's Lily? Oh, you don't know. Oh, where's the other girl? Oh, sir, you can't question me about no relationship. No relationships. I just making sure you ain't screwing around, sir. You screw around everybody. You've been on
everybody.
You about the longest contestant on here.
Yeah, he needs some money. He just needs a couple dollars. And I guess Veronica, since Tim on that show, I need to come on here and make myself seen.
Absolutely.
Since my ride or die is not here with me.
I want to see the same with the guy from Iran.
Mahdi.
Yeah, I want to see with Mahdi because she's talking about get your finger on my face. I said he wasn't nowhere.
He wasn't even near you.
I get it. You could have said don't be pointing your finger, but don't be saying get out my face. Like, ma'am, you way on the other couch.
Right.
You come up to his knees.
Child, she's always caused some type of issue with whoever. Always. So
always.
I really hope it's spread out with the drama. Like they don't wait till part 2 to put in whatever drama there's gonna be. Because to be honest, we just really need updates. So Sarper Shekinah, I don't know why should we be beefing with Danielle about what? Unless Danielle was in Sarper's
Greg sweated through that shirt, boy. I said, yeah, Greg.
Listen, that was funny.
No, that shirt. I said you might need to get some thinner material. Like some of them dress shirts be a little thick, especially if you nervous and stuff. You know, I'm like, yeah, because I guess it's different when you. Like, you get used to the camera on you when you at home and in your environments. It's different when you at a whole studio.
That's
true. And he probably was scared what they was going to ask. Oh, I guess so. Everybody know I live at home. My mama. Oh, Lord.
I actually saw on Instagram, he said he got a promotion, excuse me.
Oh.
About time. Good job. You could have
Yeah.
you could have been a supervisor by now if you would have.
And they're still at the house. They're still at the house, what he said. So, but yeah, so that's
Of course, because he gonna always make this excuse. Oh, now his excuse is gonna be, well, let's just stay here enough so we could just buy a house. That's the excuse now.
That's exactly what he said. Save money to buy a house.
Exactly. That's always somebody's excuse. Oh, I'm stacking up so we ain't got to rent. Because rent is a waste of money. I'm like, oh, that's why you staying with your mama at 30 something. Okay. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that you better do it. Because if you don't do it within 5 years, sir, your mama ain't charge you nothing. It don't take that long to stack no money. I know your paychecks ain't under 1,000.
Right. And they showed a picture of her green card. She has her green card already.
Oh.
But she probably got cooler with the mom. I guarantee it. Shoot, she probably just like, well, mama enabled us all.
Enables us all. Exactly. So that was it for this episode. So I'll be back for reunion next week. Are y'all still interested in the 1,000-pound roomies?
I'm gonna see this next episode.
I gotta watch the next. The reason I didn't join last time, I had mistimed it. I was like, it's only 20 minutes till she jump on. Ain't no way I'm about to get through an hour worth of footage.
Yeah, I was literally watching it the second episode.
I was like, it's over for me. I was like,
well, that's okay. Well, like I said, joining, isn't mandatory. I appreciate any time.
Right.
But I'm just saying, I think I'm going to be invested in it because it looks like to me is going to pick up. To me, it's picked up first episode, second. It's not like stagnant right now, so it's really showing the progress. So I'm gonna stick with that. And then also to tell y'all that I did see the commercial for the Never Ever Mets. There will be a reunion. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, for the first time.
Can't wait.
I can't believe it. I said good. Yeah. I said yeah. I said I can't wait till they roll that beef footage back.
So I don't know what
that
you
one
do
girl with
about it, but
that one girl with all them kids. I said, oh, just a dummy.
Oh, kids. He only thought she had one.
Yeah.
How slow can you be? Like,
well,
the Heroes running easy game on you. Like, we all can see it.
Yeah. Everybody goes through life at different levels. You know what I'm saying? Some people never catch up.
She ain't caught up at all.
So, but yeah. So that's really what's coming out this week. So I will, like I said, if you can catch it, cool. If not, I will be live regardless. The replay. I will say the video did good. It's up to about 600 likes, so people have tuned in. That's why I'm asking, are y'all? Because I know
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep watching.
So yeah, so that's all I was asking. So, anyways, any final thoughts about anything?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any. I'm waiting till next week.
All right. Well, then I will be live on Thursday. Like I say, if you can join. If not, catch the replay. And I'm going to catch y'all. And I'll find a day to do the Never Ever Mets reunion. Like I said, because it's out Friday. I know sometimes you guys the next day. So we'll find time to get it together.
Okay.
So, all right. Thank you, guys.
Well,
have a good
night.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Good night.